The thing that you have to remember when you're engaging with your prospects is what you're doing is you're really painting the picture. You're controlling their perception in a way of how it goes. Well, the reason why they feel the need to shop is because it's not necessarily tailored to them, right? And so they might continue shopping until they hear it in a way that they understand. It's subtle techniques of, using what I like to call trigger words. They trigger an emotion, right? And so if you talk to somebody and they reference like phenomenal with good, right? So in other words, they say, we noticed that the rates were phenomenal, or the rates are great right now, right? So great would be the trigger word. But in a negative aspect, if they were to say, we got a call from Quicken and they are ridiculous, then that ridiculous word is tied to negative emotion. Does that make sense? So when you're pitching them, you would use that in your advantage by saying you can either put these benefits in place right now or take the ridiculous option and not do anything, right? Does that make sense? So now they understand it in a way, but it goes a little bit deeper than that. And so I would recommend that you record your transition from the first call to the second call and record your actual sales pitch and then align it with how it's taught, in the Closing Secrets 101. Now, there's another thing that you could use that will help separate you from the rest, but it's only going to be powerful if you learn how to design your message in a way that applies strictly to them, right? So for example, your everyday consumer right now, one thing that is beneficial is cash out because property values have spiked up, right? But no one really wants to do cash out. And so the idea is that you get them into a plan that is actually part of a campaign that is not necessarily in their scenario. So for example, if someone was doing cash out, right, like a cash out refinance, I would plant seeds in the conversation, my application call a little bit closer to the end saying, you know what, I got an idea. There's this campaign that we launched, at the beginning of this month. It is expiring at the end of this week, but the only thing is that you don't fit it because you're doing a rate and term refinance. But there's so much value, there's so much benefit in this campaign. Let me make a note real quick and I'll get back to you to see if I can help you get in this campaign. Because if we could, what it will do is, and then you insert the solution, the benefit.
Connected to SalesRemastered.